afternoon and evening, ladies and gentlemen, fans of Skytear. This is the Commander reporting back for duty for another round of in-person qualifiers for the World Championships live from Genova, Italy. Today's match will be featuring Tofone versus Smeoz. Smeoz will be our player on the right, as many of you saw the picture of those exquisitely painted minis that he posted in the painting part of the Discord yesterday or a day before. So we know that he's bringing those. Tofone will be on our left, and Tofone flexing already with the purple Yami, demonstrating that he is a person to be reckoned with. So, not entirely certain what we're going to see out of him, as some of his characters are off screen here. I do see Kichi, what looks to possibly be Hopperat, maybe? Well, we picked him up, so we're about to see who that is. Is that Hopperat? Ah, it is indeed Hopperat. All right. And of course, Hopperat very much painted in a beautiful high detail as well. Smeoz has brought Freyhill and Gilbjorn to the battlefield so far, and we have seen Yami and Hopperat as the answers. So Smeoz, I believe, still has to pick one more here. Or is that Shillavi that he brought instead? Nope, that is Shillavi. Despite the fact that it looks like Gilbjorn, that is in fact Shillavi. That is amazing. All right, so we have two drawn from each, and we're going to see what the final response there is from Smeoz. It will be Astrida. And so what will Tofone respond with? Looks like Cytheru is coming out based on the cards that he's played, so we will see another round with Cytheru. Hopefully this Cytheru will be able to deal more damage before any potential deaths, as we saw from the last game. Our outsiders of choice for this game appear to be the Terror of the Endless Night for Tofone and the Silent Ambassador for Smeoz. Our battle objectives this time, as we can see in the top portion of the screen, we have the Tamer, which is going to be kill 2 heroes using an outsider, as well as everybody's head is on a pike, can only be Onslaught, which means we are in for some violence. Minions have been spawned, heroes have been placed, cards have been drawn, so now we're just going to go ahead and wait for some mulliganing. So in this situation, we have a hero on both sides that is capable of influencing the lanes with their abilities. We see that Astrida can worship minions, spawn minions at the cost of her own life. And of course, Yami, we know, is able to march right through the minions and burn them underneath her foot. The situation with Astrida is a little bit more challenging, however, because there is both Hopperat and Cytheru on the battlefield, which means that if Astrida gets too far forward too early, she can be run down and blown up fairly quickly. Hopperat dealing 4 plus double flips and able to gain bonus damage with his illusion adjacent to his targets. And Cytheru, of course, being the mage and doing likewise, boosting his power card's effects with an illusion. So, will be necessary for Smeoz to watch his placement of his heroes. Freyhill is on standby, potentially to invoke healing, but lots of damage looking to come out from Tofone's side. So, we are going to activate first with Shillavi. Interestingly enough, we pull Shillavi away such that revenge is not an option if he were to position there. So, nope, we're going to take that back. That makes more sense. We're going to worship Astrida first, then we're going to move into the dome, but still outside of the range of being able to inflict revenge. So this tells me that Smeoz probably going to go for the hex that is 2 north of the control token 2 there, that cover hex, such that he's not really in a position to get attacked to begin with. Let's see what the response is. Okay, so we are going to start with Hopperat, it looks like. So we're going to summon him out. We're going to match Shillavi. Shillavi did lead from her hand. So we see that Hopperat is going to go for a mirror play there to neutralize the effect there. Going fast and furious on the plays here from both of our players. Astrida will go into... Oh, so Astrida's actually going to take the northern bush. Interesting. Both of them will, of course, provide her with cover until she has heroes adjacent to her. Okay, placing her back there makes a little bit more sense. Smeoz is going to go ahead and target that minion there, it looks like. Killing off the minion there with the flip. and sacrificing 2 HP to spawn a new minion there, giving him a little bit of an advantage in the minion count. Of course, with Yami and Cytheru still both to go, plenty of potential actions left. Astrida also going to lead from the deck just to further bolster her lead instead of shapeshifting at the end of her activation. All right, so Cytheru coming into town. Oh, I'm sorry, Yami coming into town here. Looks like she time glitched, I assume. Okay, just a fast or a swiftness card. And why does she have 2? Oh, okay, that was the flip there. I was going to say, why does she have 2? That doesn't make any sense at all. So that is a dead minion, and then we're going to attack and destroy the minion as well. So that's going to reset the minion count here. So Yami has taken 2 actions. She is next to Astrida. She has moved and attacked a minion. What will be the final play here? Do we worship? Do we lead? Right now, it is 3 to 3+ in favor of Smeoz. I don't know if Smeoz is running any 0 cards in his deck, 0 mana cards, that is. Possibly, which could eventually then mean that this is 3-3. So Yami is not taking any risks. She's going to lead from the hand. All right, very, very strong position here. So Tofone wants to get control of the lane and then proceed to beat down Smeoz's heroes. So Tofone wants it all, as Queen would say. Freyhill, of course, going to be the final activation. Moving where? You move too far up, and then Freyhill's going to be exposed as well. You can see Yami, but Yami's not really someone you want to attack with an unshapeshifted Freyhill. Also, at the beginning of round 1, you don't really have a lot of mana, which, speaking of which, you don't mark the mana round, guys! Come on! So it is round 1, of course, despite the fact that nobody's put the Skytear token on there. We'll blame Giacomo for not telling them the proper procedure during setup for these 2 players. Clearly, they haven't learned everything that there is to learn yet. That's all right. 3 damage on the skirmish to Habrat there from Freyhill. Very nice. We're now going to shapeshift Astrida. I like this play. That's going to allow her to heal up. Oh, and we see the Korjov flip. Korjov, of course, being the reserve hero for Smeoz here. That's going to make sure that Astrida's hit points are maxed out. Now we're going to see Cytheru activate. Cytheru is going to proceed to kill off the minion here. He has moved. He has attacked. Does he skirmish into the dome? Looks like it. Okay. Okay, we're just using the activation from the token. When you are a projected hero from Habrat's illusion, you get to move after damaging an enemy minion. So we then see the skirmish against Astrida, so that's going to undo all of the healing there. Astrida will respond by casting Revenge against Yami. That will deal 3 damage minus an armor. So we seem to be having some contention about this. It is 1 plus the flip there, so that is 3. Yami should be down to 16. Very good. All right, we have that resolved. Giacomo says to stop blaming him for everything. We apologize. I guess we'll blame Ricardo for this one then, if that's fair. As Ricardo is, in fact, in there in person. I'm not sure if Giacomo is there live or not, but I do know that Ricardo is, so we'll blame Ricardo just this once. As Giacomo is right, it is unfair, I guess, that we gang up on him for everything. All right, so let's go ahead and resolve our lead cards here for the end of the round. We did see that the control zone does push 2 in favor of Tofone. Unlike last game, we do not have Tactician as an objective, so a little bit less important there, but nevertheless still setting up for early lane pressure, which is very good. Lane 3, totally abandoned. And in lane 2, we did see a 5-5 push there as well. So unfortunately, there will be no outsiders spawning, which is, of course, unfortunate. Shillavi activating now. The problem here for Tofone is that he did have to bring Cytheru into the dome, and guess what Shillavi likes to do? Tear apart squishy little mages. So even though he might be in the cover hex, Shillavi can still go and find him. We're going to go ahead and it looks like attack. We see a response here with the Migraine. Very nice. So Migraine will apply disarm to Shillavi. That's going to cause 2 damage to her as well as disarm her more importantly, which means that ultimately Cytheru not going to be damaging that much. Giacomo says that he needs to come onto the stream to compensate. That's perfectly fine. If you would like to join, please feel free. If you would like to join in, the Discord channel is wide open. Oh, wait, I'm not on the Discord channel, am I? I should probably move down to a Discord channel just in case you really did want to pop in. When I'm by myself, I can just open and go from there. So we'll pop in there. And if you need the feed, then I will send that to you as well, as we are in a Google Meets feed for this. But nope, that's the power card. That's not what we want at all. So meanwhile, while we are getting Ricardo the information, if he so chooses to join this little episode here to defend his honor, or potentially just tell me that I'm a terrible person for always blaming him. Both things are of course possible. We will see what that transpires to. All right. There we go. So it does seem that Ricardo will, in fact, potentially be joining us in just a little bit here. In the meantime, we did see that Habarat played an additional migraine card here. So really starting to put the squeeze down here in a number of ways. Tofone looking potentially for that onslaught victory. He does have a lot of heroes that are capable of doing that. We do see that Astrida has shapeshifted in... that Shillavi has shapeshifted. Meanwhile, we are going to go ahead and damage Shillavi. So, of course, we revenge against Cytheru. That makes perfect sense. And we see the flip there, a +1. So that's going to deal 2 damage to Cytheru. And... let's see. Uh-oh. That's not what we wanted to do. Okay. All right, so the question is now, what does Smeoz do in response? Cytheru is looking pretty juicy, and both of their manas have been burned. However, if you go too deep into the blue territory with your hero, you might end up just losing the lane area. So Smeoz does, of course, still have both Astrida and Freyhill to activate. So Freyhill here could potentially kill off Cytheru with some good flips and then move into the lane in order to help defend the push against the Nexus. Or she could shapeshift and just kill him with a sacrifice. If Smeoz has sacrifice, then Cytheru kind of just dies here. We'll see what happens. Also, I apologize, during my sending the invitation, I did miss that Shillavi did use the Soul Scream card. She did pop the Flux and Soul Screamed. We did miss that. So those are 2 options for Smeoz, but of course first Cytheru is going to move into the lane and lead from hand. So in this situation, still within easy range of Freyhill for an assassination attempt, and we see that Giacomo is joining the party. So we would like to welcome Giacomo here as he comes to defend his case. And why can I not get this full screened? There we go. All right, very good. So we have now successfully managed to pin that. I don't use Google Meets that much, so I apologize. We do have that now set, so everything is all and well and good. Did we miss anything exciting yet? Well, we did see a charm come out from Freyhill. So the charm, not entirely, I did miss where the charm went. Or perhaps we're just activating it right now. So we do see Freyhill targeting with the chasm there Astrida targeting against Cytheru with the chasm. And then a lead from the deck as well. All right, so then, Astrida finishes with the lead from the deck here. Smeoz realizes that he does need to provide some sort of a defense because it doesn't matter when you kill people if your Nexus explodes first. And it seems that Giacomo cannot hear me for... Why am I not coming through Discord? Well, this is certainly interesting. Well, let's toggle the settings. There we go. That should fix it. Hopefully Giacomo is able to hear me now. Although I cannot hear him.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Ah, yes, now I can hear you. Excellent. There we go.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't have done this, but it's too late, right? We have done it. So.
Absolutely. So there we go. All right. It works, and I mean, if we can't experiment in live and in person, when can we experiment?
That's right. That's the approach.
So, we would now like to welcome Giacomo, who has apparently tired of my relentless assaults on his fine, upstanding moral character, and blaming him for everything that may go wrong with this game, as is tradition, and so we would like to welcome him to the stream in order to defend himself.
Oh yes, big time. So I'm here to defend mine. But what is going on in the game?
So, to catch you up to speed right now, Tofone opened with a fairly aggressive opening, as we mentioned, pushing the lane up and dealing some damage to heroes. Smeoz, of course, not backing down. Shilovy had dealt a significant amount of damage to Cytheru, but thanks to some migraines, a lot of the damage was mitigated from the disarm effect, but still able to proc off a couple revenges, so Cytheru only has 4 hit points left, likely to possibly die whenever Freyhill activates for Smeoz. But right now, Yami's just kind of running into the lane to kind of push up the lane and force that lane pressure, similar to how we saw Zambo do against Ricardo last game.
Okay, all good. I think Smeoz and Tofone are hearing me, so if you can mute me somehow in Google Meet.
Well, from my end, you should be muted. It might be echoing through Ricardo, but at least from my end, you're not echoing, so I think you're okay. Maybe?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I
mean, they will eventually complain or shut down the phone if it bothers them. So.
It's true.
Or they can blame me in the end, right? So not a big deal.
It's true. I mean, to be fair, since you're the person that's echoing, this time we really could blame you and get away with it.
Okay, so who's going to win this, Commander?
Ooh, who's going to win this? That's a good question. So first off, we see... I can't see what card that is because of the glare. Yami just played some yellow card. Is that Nightmares Incarnate, it looks like? Yes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
All right, so we're going to kill off that minion. So, Yami's going to move into the dome here now to control the dome. Right now, I have to favor Tofone. Tofone has a pretty strong position, and his reserve hero, being Miyuki, will mitigate a lot of Smeoz's killing power if Cytheru is going to die here. So right now, I do like the setup for Tofone because I think his heroes overall have a little bit more aggression packed into them. Although Freyhill's going after Habarat, not Cytheru. I'm not... Interesting. I mean,
maybe setting up the tamer, maybe?
Yes, that has to be the case. Because otherwise you would easily just kill off Habarat there. Habarat did lead from hand. To help influence the dome, so he might also be just trying to kill off, or excuse me, not influence them, influence lane 1. Uh-oh.
Oh, they're trying to mute me, I think.
Okay.
Or something.
All right, there we go. We got a shot of some sort of product that I can't read, but we're back, it looks like. So, as I was saying, Habarat did lead from the hand, so it is possible then that Freyhill might be trying to start damaging him to kill him off. If she had some healing cards, she could use a worship action and then double sacrifice or sacrifice nourish to kill from this point. That is an option. Or, as you mentioned, we just set up for the tamer kill. As Cytheru still does have to activate, Shilovy has already activated, so Cytheru can damage Shilovy a little bit and then do a lead action in order to guarantee control of Dome number 2.
Yeah, and as you said, they're missing the turn track, right? So then turn 2, right?
It is indeed turn 2, yes. We will also blame Ricardo for that as well because he's there and he should be officiating this.
Oh yeah, big time. So that means essentially they are almost all tapped out. Correct. On the Smeoz side. No, sorry, on Tofone side.
Yes, and on Smeoz side almost as well because Freyhill has 1 mana left and that's about it.
But Astrida is 3, right?
Astrida should only... I'm sorry, not Astrida. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at the lead card and thinking that that's the hero card, and then Astrida's actual card.
No. that's not how it works, right?
It's true. I don't know what I'm doing, so that's...
It's fine, it's fine. I've heard this before, so I guess it's business as usual, right?
Pretty much. All right, so...
Okay, so Aburat is still going down, but yeah, they're pretty much dead, both of them.
Yeah. All right, so now Astrida has exhausted, so that's going to be the end of Smeoz's heroes. So Cytheru kind of has his choice of what he wants to do now. Let's see. I mean, obviously, I think the first step is we probably get away from Shalavi as she is shapeshifted, so... Yep, there we go. Skirmish away from her so the revenge trigger can't proc. And then maybe just attack her to deal some more damage and then lead to control the dome. Oh, but we have a snowblind. All right. So Smeoz isn't going to be taking the migraine disarms without throwing out some disarms himself. Oh, and that looks to be an ultimate on the flip, so that's actually very important. Stopping a goodly amount of damage against Shilavi there. Again, no revenge proc. Lead from deck. You don't need too much of anything. Ah! And then here comes the sacrifice.
So Cytheru going down, very likely.
Or
Aburat going to 1.
Yep. Well, yeah, because Freyhill doesn't have line of sight there for Cytheru, so...
Yeah, of course.
Ooh, but a +3.
Careful.
That's okay. I mean, I just made a mistake too, so it's all good. But, that being this case... Wait.
Oh, yeah, there was a huge revenge going on.
Oh, you're right, yes.
4 damage of revenge.
6 points of damage on revenge, and we're going to bring out the dice for the onslaught. All right, I like this plan. So Smeoz with 1 point on onslaught. Now, interestingly enough, Miyuki coming onto the field right there means she doesn't get to influence everything. We see the double thumbs up play there. And so 1 tower damage, moving the control token even closer. We have to reposition those minions now as they're now out of line of sight. So Smeoz, 4 HP on the tower. I think still all right with that position. He did just earn a point on onslaught. And given that Cytheru is pretty low, even though Tofone will get control of the second dome, Cytheru is still pretty easy pickings in round 3.
Yeah. Unless we see a psychic vampirism or something like that.
That is very true. We definitely have seen cases where psychic vampirism has brought someone from the point of death all the way back to full.
And actually it was Smeoz, in the last tournament in Florence, right?
Yes, and I believe it was against your brother too.
Yeah, it was 12 damage flip?
Something very like that. I remember I think he refracted a Soul Scream, I think, onto Shilavi and some minions, and then a +3 on the flip, so it was just massive healing. Yeah,
and then the stream went off for some reason, technical. And yeah. Anyway, let's hope it's not going to happen now. But I was wondering, what is the way out for Tofone?
All right, so Tofone's way here, I think, similar to Zambo last time. I think he just has to go and crush the Nexus. As we can see here, he does have 4 minions within line of sight of the Nexus. Miyuki can easily get in range there as well, same with Yami. So I think that potentially you use Yami to move around move around the lane a little bit, do some minion control, and then you just try to force Smeoz to defend the Nexus, because I think... And then you try to get Cytheru to reduce Astrida down so that she can't spawn minions. We do see the Terror coming in there in that cover hex. And then, of course, we have to see Yami will win dome number 3 for Tofone. So Tofone actually here gets a double dome play.
Yeah, and I don't think... wait, he plays the Silent Ambassador on the wrong dome? Oh, no, okay, that is the right dome. Yeah, okay.
Correct, yeah, because dome number 3 was the Terror's dome, so... All right.
So look how he's body blocking Cytheru from Shilavi.
Indeed. So interestingly enough, we're apparently... not going for the kill on. We're going to look. Okay, so Shilavi's actually dead. So in this situation, actually, to answer your question, how do we win? We might just win by Tamer, because I don't see how Cytheru survives against the Silent Ambassador. 3 damage on an attack. Stone Storm is 1 plus a flip. There's statistically no way that Cytheru survives. So how does he win? He just continues the activations.
No, wait, but Ceteris, I'm so confused by names.
Oh wait, no. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Cetero's on his team.
He's on his team, right?
Did we not update the rules that you can just kill your own heroes and that counts as a point for Tamer?
Let's blame Tape.
All right.
Tape, and yeah.
Come on, Tape. What are you doing, man? Okay, so that's actually not how that works. But in this situation, we can go ahead and we can damage Astrida and Freyhill. So, still a good setup here. That does give, of course, 1 point to Onslaught for Tofone, and also 1 point to Tamer as well. So he is on match point for Tamer. Not going to be able to get it this round, of course, because Cytheru is on his team.
No, but I mean, Yami close to Korjov means up for Korjov, generally speaking.
Yes. So still a way for both of our players here to succeed in this game. And we do see the Stone Storm coming down as both Astrida and Freyhill have been slowed. Although, given the overall board state, I don't think they want to move too much from their current positions, as both of them are able to do the things that you would bring them into the game for from where they're currently positioned. Now, Miyuki coming down could be pretty big in order to stop any piercing flips from Freyhill or Korjov on Tofone's minion or Tofone's heroes.
Especially Yami, right?
Yes. Yeah, Yami definitely would enjoy the protection that Miyuki would offer.
But I mean, who is the first player? I cannot. Smeoz?
Smeoz is the first player, yes.
Okay. Because, I mean, he just gave a frenzy to Ceteru. So if Ceteru actually managed to activate, that's a dead straight now or closed.
Yes. And given that we're going to be moving into round 3, we have seen Final Judgment from Ceteru as a flip earlier, but with the deck flip, it could be possibly coming up here again. So we're going to go ahead and deal damage there to that. Freyhill is going to take a little bit of damage there. And yes, with the frenzy attack from Ceteru, either one of those two, a very likely target if Smeoz doesn't have any healing and Tofone doesn't have any dooms to respond to that healing.
Yeah. It's very easy to finish Ceteru off, right? Even with Astrida or anyone now. But
so we'll have to see there that Tofone did make Ceteru an even bigger target by putting that frenzy. But if he doesn't get rid of him, if he manages to, as you mentioned, have the psychic vampirism and say a Nightmares Incarnate or something else that will give him some HP back, that will be a bit of a challenge, I think, for Smeoz.
I would have used what's happening?
Miyuki is playing Cage Soul. That's another way to keep Ceteru alive.
Okay.
That's another way to ensure that this doesn't happen.
Oh yeah, out of sight, so it's guaranteed.
Yep. No way to stop.
You've got to kill Miyuki now if you want to get Ceteru.
Oh,
good luck with it.
Yeah, Miyuki's sitting at 16 HP, 1 armor, not going to die anytime soon.
2 kilometers away. Oh, look at that.
All right, okay. 3 damage on the flip.
And of course, you want to keep it at 1, right?
Mm-hmm. That way, if you manage to survive this round, you open up round 4. Or actually, if you just win the Dome, since the card is only good for the entire Heroes phase, once we shift over to the Outsiders phase, you can use either the Terror or the Silent Ambassador and then kill Ceteru that way. But that being said, as you mentioned, Ceteru has Frenzy, and
he's gonna make it count.
Yes, this is gonna hurt.
I'm just wondering, is there a way to sacrifice and suicide Ceteru to respawn full life instead? Not with red and yellow, right?
Correct. Unless we have since introduced a card that allows you to just change the rune color's designation, which I don't think we have.
You need Photoshop for it.
Ah, yes. Yeah, well, to be fair, Tape did Photoshop the new sudden distraction card.
That's why I'm saying it.
That was a very nice quick edit. All right, so let's see what we have here. Freyhill going to continue with her activation, it looks like. Smeoz trying to figure out, we did see that he killed off a minion with the attack action, and now Smeoz kind of debating, I think, where to finish off moving or potentially what to do with Astrida. With Freyhill. Do we shapeshift? Do we move her? Do we lead? Let's see what he does. We're just going to go ahead and exhaust with a lead.
I bet my money on Tofone now.
Yeah, I am likely to agree with you as well. He has extremely high lane pressure against the tower. He has a Frenzied Cytheru that cannot die this hero's activation. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, the card has been saved. Oof.
What? Oh, they're going down? Yeah, this table is like stressing me.
That's what Tape said in the last game. I don't know if you saw it in the chat, but Tape goes, slotted table with these tokens is making me very anxious.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, looks like something did fall, though. A worship icon. Okay. And oh no. We have Cytheru's Illusion. And
there you go.
No,
Bang.
There's the final judgment. You might have one Nourish, but you don't have enough to protect both of them.
Good luck.
Oh my. So final judgment going to come down and deal 5 damage to both Astrida and Freyhill.
That's a slaughterfest.
Oof. Actually, at this point, he might just be able to end it with...
Yeah, Onslaught.
He won't be able to kill both of them because he's out of mana and you can't...
Frenzy.
Oh, he has Frenzy. Excuse me. You're right. I apologize. I forgot about Frenzy. Yep. This could just end right here.
Don't do that. It's expensive to forget that.
It is very true. All right. So with 5 HP, all we need to see is 2+2 flips and no healing from Smeoz. And this game wraps up very quickly.
Okay. I mean, no healing and Smeoz never go well together, but...
right.
Yeah.
So Yami is out of range as well as Miyuki, so there isn't well, Miyuki's used her mana for this round anyways, but Yami is out of range, so there can't be a Doom response to stop any healing.
Nope.
But nevertheless, at least one person dies here. Unless you... Let's see.
I mean, the only good answer... Oh, it's not shapeshifted. Like, Korjov could ultimate and kill Cytheru, but he would have done it already.
That's true. Yeah, we have, because we did see the Cytheru, or we did see the Korjov flip, but Smeoz has since reshuffled his deck, so that is now a possibility that we do have to consider. Let's see, though. Freyhill is not sure. Wait, we see something going on here.
Wow.
Must be a Nourish. I would assume a Nourish was played on Freyhill that we just can't see on camera, I would guess.
Yeah, it could be.
Let's see, because she's down to 4 HP, so Nourish would have put her up to 8. Okay, looks like another Nourish. So, all right. Astrida,
wow, that's confusing.
Yeah, Astrida is going to survive. I'm going to assume it was 2 Nourishes based on the way that her token moved. But nevertheless, I guess that, no, there is going to be no death. Smeoz does defend.
Wow, okay.
That being said... Yami still can activate, and with a move, worship, and attack, close the distance, and potentially gun down Astrida. I don't think you go for Freyhill in this situation. Maybe you
unless he has like +2 attack piercing or like Blazing Edge.
Yes, or Kneel Before Me. I think Kneel Before Me is also an option.
What is it? 4+?
No, just 4.
You like Yami, right? It's your favorite.
I love Yami. I am super excited. Any game that has Yami, I am always excited to see. I love Yami.
You know, she's been tortured somewhere in the pyramid in Nupton land.
Really?
You know the story?
I vaguely remember you mentioning it once about her soul being imprisoned and then separated, and then she something.
Yeah,
like
I mean, we have to blame Korjov for this. Basically, long story short, Korjov betrayed her because Korjov is supposedly a Nupton character, like grew up in Nupton land, but then it was like an ambassador sent by Cytheru to infiltrate Leothan, and he managed to become like the the one giving advice to Freyhill.
Sure, like an advisor or something.
Yeah, the advisor of Freyhill.
Okay.
So now you don't really know if Korjov is double playing, like in a double agent, or if he actually...
okay. Song of the Siren. Hold on, we'll get back to the lore in a second, but Astrida is going to say no Miyuki activation. So Miyuki has already caused Smeoz enough of a headache this turn, not going to let her do anything else.
Wow. So he didn't play that first. He played first with Freyhill. Okay, that was...
Ooh, and
another. Oh, I mean that's like cheating.
Yeah. So now.
+3 on shapeshift.
So now I guess Freyhill is Yami's target if we're going to go for an assassination. Anyways, back to Korjov being a terrible double agent.
Yeah, right. I mean, long story short, he betrayed Yami, and Yami got imprisoned, and now she's being tortured. But she managed through meditation and other stuff to escape as a soul, as a ghost. So yeah, that's the long story short.
In this situation, Korjov may now be the worst hero replacing Kenwi. That is unacceptable.
Yeah.
Unacceptable. All right. Meanwhile, we do see Yami activating here. So Yami looks like she went for the skirmish action there against Astrida. We did see the flip, and then moved.
It was a mark, I think.
Was it a mark? Okay. I didn't see any mark on Smeoz's characters. That's why I...
Oh, you're right. No, you're right.
Okay.
So let's move and skirmish then?
Looks like it, yeah. Because I think Yami was inside the dome, so then she moved, then she skirmished, it looks like.
But that's so inefficient.
It is. Because you could have used the worship to teleport.
Yeah, deal damage and be there already.
Correct. Oh, well. Let's see then. We do another flip here. Okay.
Oh, that hurts.
Was that an attack action? If so, if Freyhill doesn't have any healing, she's dead. Or not?
No, because she has a 1 armor.
Oh, you're right. Yami only has 2 attack. That's right. For some reason, I thought Yami had 3. All right, so that is 5 damage, less 1 armor, so she is...
You wish.
I do wish.
You had 3.
Yeah. To be fair...
It's your dream.
It would be, but to be fair, after the changes where you can mark within 3 without line of sight, Yami pretty much got the buff that she needed. So we don't.
Yeah, I mean, and the buff that she didn't need.
No. Yami definitely needed a buff. Yami must reign supreme on the battlefield.
Also, the ultimate is insane.
Yes.
You know the story behind the pool keyword that we changed it last minute.
I don't actually.
So it's a story behind all the banned cards in this game, Brevar Ultimate and Grapple. They both use the pool in the keyword, and that were making them not worth to be banned. But since it was used only in those 2 occasions and in Yami Ultimate, we decided to remove the pool keyword and just do place adjacent. But place adjacent, we didn't realize it was way stronger. And so we haven't banned Yami Ultimate, but yeah.
Please do.
We want.
Yes, but, I also just love the name of her ultimate, of Kneel Before Me.
Oh yeah.
It's just such a great card. Also, so it looked like Yami moved again. Did she worship onto the outsider?
Yeah.
Because that's the only way you could do that. Because she moved 3 times. She moved. She moved, attacked, and then worshipped. Did she do that on an outsider?
You can do that on an outsider.
You can, yeah. I'm just wondering if they did. Yeah. Oh, well. Okay, so Korjov's not having any of this. So Korjov continuing his treachery, going after Yami. Unbelievable.
Smeoz is I don't know how many psychic shield he has. I think 5 or 6, maybe.
Yeah, someone needs to inspect that deck. And there's Kneel Before Me.
Whoa.
Yes.
Bang. Come on.
Oh.
Redirect.
Okay.
Oh, no.
No, you can't do that now. You can't do a Kneel Before Me.
I feel so bad.
Oh.
I feel so bad.
Uh-oh. Why are we grabbing the Silent Ambassador? They're not involved in this. Oh, yeah. Oh, he redirected onto Silent Ambassador.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, for some reason.
Feel so bad.
Yep. All right, so where's that Silent Ambassador's HP token? He needs to be on. There we go. Yes. This is probably one of my favorite new additions, is the fact that outsiders can just be killed.
Yeah, I mean, they're more part of the game now, right?
Yes.
It feels so much better to me.
I agree. I actually played a game where we had the Silent Ambassador, and I think it was the original outsider, and the Silent Ambassador actually got down to 5 HP, so it was and Onslaught was on the table, so that was almost relevant.
Okay. Well, yeah, even now, I mean, okay, no, not now, but for the last kill, for Onslaught, it might be easier to go on the outsider, actually. If you have the entire turn, it cannot respond, Yep. And...
All right, so Korjov will win control of Dome 2, speaking
of
the
that's
outsider.
Smeoz coming back.
Yes, so looks like predictions might be in for a bit of a change here. Smeoz does win lane 1, pushes the control token away from him. And now we see what will the Silent Ambassador do.
Let's change our bet. No one is controlling, right?
That's
so
right.
I'm going to bet all my money on Smeoz now.
All right. Hey, no one ever said bets are closed, which means that, in my opinion, we just changed the bets.
Yes. The thing is, redirect now is really strong.
Yes.
With the outsider being a target.
Mm-hmm. Now, interestingly enough, not placing the Silent Ambassador. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to swap. Okay, I was going to say, or we're just going to Stone Storm. Well, regardless.
I flipped a 3. Oh, okay, it was not needed.
All right.
Smeoz is really good at flipping.
Yes. All right, so that's going to be game point for Smeoz. One more hero dies, regardless of how it dies, and he wins the game here. So because the Cage Soul did expire at the end of the hero's activation, Cytheru goes down.
Yeah, but if you look at Astrida and Frail, it's pretty open, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, Freyhill's down to 1 hit point there, so Smeoz does get first-person activation, and we do see Glacial Rebirth now in the discard pile. We've seen a number of Nourishes, so... Ooh.
Yeah, and we have seen like 4 ultimates with 6 heroes last turn, I think. Right?
Right, and Korjov and Astrida both can't play Sacrifice to heal Freyhill, so Freyhill might be in a bit of a bad position, actually.
Except Miyuki is not known for killing heroes.
No, but Yami certainly is. And Yami can get her
Yami
with
kind of is, yeah.
Yami can just worship on her, and in the odd event that it doesn't outright kill her, then you're right next to her.
How cool is that? Like, how mobile she is.
I love it.
She's a real ghost.
I love it. It works very well thematically. Like, especially, like, if you just put fast on her, you can easily cross the entire map in your total activation.
Yeah. Even though, like, yesterday I was trying the new 3-lane map we're working on, and Shafathi can make amazing things. With the Skytear illusion, I dodged like 7 X's, and then like I skirmished back on the other lane. Like I went back and forth on the 2 extreme of the map. It was so cool.
Nice.
Anyway, yeah. Okay.
All right.
So Freya just healed 1.
That's not going to protect you from Yami.
No, not yet.
Okay, into the cover hex. That's still not going to protect you from Yami, but we are going against the Silent Ambassador with... All right, someone check the deck. That's another Psychic Shield.
Look, he's going for that. Yeah, I think it's the 4th.
You're right.
He's going for it.
Yeah, you're right. There's actually nothing that Tofone can do here if... Oh, no. Sacrifice isn't going to be... Oh, and the Korjov ultimate!
Oh. No, I mean, it's like it's cheating. Oh no!
Oh, that's nightmare. That's it. The Silent Ambassador just gets 100 to 0'd, and that's going to be it. Good game from Smeoz.
Tofone just went away. He's disgusted.
That was, to be fair, that was a pretty disgusting combination. That is amazing. So that's going to be good game to Smeoz on account of Onslaught. 3 heroes dead.
Wow.
That was awesome.
So he had like 2 Nightmares Incarnate.
Yes.
So he could kill him. Wow.
Yep, and that is wow. That wraps it up. Yami certainly could have killed Freyhill, but Yami has to get to go, and Smeoz was the first player, said, you're not going to get a chance to go.
I mean, it's like hunting for power. You have to start playing around this eventuality that... And also, like, it's a downside of bringing a hero, Silent Ambassador, I guess. Even though it's not the squishiest of all, so it's kind of the mid-range, right?
Yeah.
He has 1 armor and,
18 hit points. Reasonably durable.
Yeah, it's not a Scourge.
Doesn't matter whenever you have Piercing, though. That just seems to melt away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I hope we get to see Scourge, though. I was a huge fan of the Florence finals. Whenever we had double Scourge. Oh, that was awesome. It was only one that got spawned ever, but just the idea of having 2 Scourges, that was awesome.
Yeah, big time.
So we do see the Doom cards. Oh, go ahead.
If only we could find a way to make the outsiders even more integrated in the game, like to activate them during the hero phase or something, when you can play power cards. I think that should be the direction in the long term.
Yeah.
Like to make it more like 100% like a 5th hero or 4th hero, whatever.
I mean, absolutely.
I think it feels better.
Yeah. I agree. I think the idea of, I think it would definitely help for I think one of the biggest problems with the Scourge and why we don't see as much is just because you have to replace one of your heroes in the dome, and so you're not always optimally positioned, so you often have to waste actions just getting to a hero to do something, an enemy hero. If you had that situation, you could not necessarily worry so much about burning all the actions because you had the power card or whatever to allow the outsider to then activate, so you could move them into position and then activate them during the hero's phase to deal significant effects.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing. But I think it's also psychological. Like, you don't want to bring a bomb and give the remote control. You have two, right? You give one to the opponent and one to you.
Yes.
But you brought the bomb. So you don't want to feel bad for if it explodes in your face. And
it's true.
Right? But,
absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I would love to see that.
Yeah, me too.
Hints for 2021 release, maybe? Question mark?
Well, we'll see.
All right, and Ricardo decides that that's enough of that. For now. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us live. I believe we are still playing more games, so please stay tuned, and we will update you for the next round. And again, thank you, Giacomo, for joining us.
It's my pleasure.
You have successfully defended yourself, and we will now blame Ricardo for the remainder of the day.
Woohoo!
Thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you in the next game in just a little bit. Stay tuned.